Audio Jungle.
Hello beautiful viewers, good morning to you all. Welcome to another wonderful edition of Good Morning Nigeria, brought to you by Areest TV. Of course, you know how we do it. We bring to you interesting news about the current happenings in Nigeria. Of course, interesting, hot, juicy, spicy. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. You know how we do. We bring to you two very interesting topics about current happenings in Nigeria, and today we have two packages for you. The first one is police officers guard Arewa youths protesting for the rearrest of IPOB leader Kanu. What do you think about that? You can imagine police officers escort Arewa youths, the coalition of Arewa youths under the leadership of Yerima Shetima, that they were protesting for the rearrest of IPOB leader Kanu yesterday in Abuja, and they had police escorts with them. What do you think about that? I would like to know. You're welcome to drop your comments in our Facebook page at Happenings in Nigeria, and do give us a call. The numbers to call will be displayed to you on your screen. And the second topic is President Buhari vows to resign if he doesn't recover soon. What do you think about that? Our president has said he will resign if he doesn't recover soon. Please, would like you to drop your comments and give us what's your take on this. We'd like to know. And of course, I'm not alone here today. I have two very interesting people with me in the studio today, and we all will be looking at this topic. So before we go into the details of the topic, please stay with us. We'll be back after this short break. Thank you.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello viewers, welcome back. It's Good Morning Nigeria, brought to you by Areest TV, and I have with me here today in the studio two very wonderful people. I have very black beauty, Rita Wachiku. Rita, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here with me today, Rita. I'm really glad to have you here today. And of course, we have the very smart Mr. Okuime today on the show. Mr. Okuime, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Tochi Adele. Good morning, viewers, and thank you for joining us on Areest TV.
Okay, we'll be looking at two topics today, like I mentioned earlier. The first one is President Buhari vows to resign. You can imagine. What do you think about that, Mr. Prince? The president has said he will resign. Don't forget that there have been recent protest agitation by people that call the president to either return to the office or resign. And now he has said he is going to resign. What do you think about this, Prince?
I think that's a very heartwarming news to millions of Nigerians all across the country and those outside the country. You would recall that in the last 3 days, most Nigerians have been going on the street for protests. The other one was carried out by the son of Justice Chukwudife Okuta, Charlie Boy Okuta, who is popularly known as the area father. And of course, police had to dispense, I think they released tear gas, and the guy suffocated.
Yes.
And of course, he was resuscitated. And only yesterday, Jim Ike, the popular actor, was on the media. Protest. He was protesting, and of course, we know he's the ambassador of Not Too Young to Run. And so there has been this clamor, this call, a nationwide call, that if the president cannot resume his official duties, that he should do the honorable thing of tendering his resignation. And I think these messages have gotten to the president because his handlers may have communicated the decision of Nigerians to him, and he has found it necessary to say that he is willing to resign. So I know that this news, this headline that most national dailies have been putting out will be something to make them smile.
Yeah.
So I want to say that it's a good decision by the president.
Okay, let's take this first call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, this is Mazu, I'm calling from Germany.
Okay, Mazugona, you're welcome to the show. Please, what's your contribution to our show this morning?
Yeah, my take is what is happening in Nigeria.
Okay.
The place they called one Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, as you can see, when the Igbo youth protest against the marginalization, army people will brutalize them, kill them with live bullets.
Okay.
We are not secured in our land, our own God-given land. Or as you can see what is happening in the Arewa youth protest for arrest and killing of Kanu, and you see Nigerian police, registered police, guiding them, leading them. You know, you see anti-Igbo song that is going viral now by the Hausa Fulani, how to kill the Igbos in the north, how to slaughter them, and no Nigeria, nobody is saying anything about it. Please, my take is, we are not afraid of anybody. We are the new generation of the Biafrans. Our fathers fought with guns and machetes. We are not fighting Nigeria this time around. We are telling the Nigerian elite, we are telling them the truth. And what we want is our freedom through referendum. Without that, nothing will move well in Nigeria. We'll make sure that we bring down Nigeria totally. Igbos in diaspora, Biafrans in diaspora, will fight with everything they have to make sure that Nigeria collapses. No politician is sponsoring IPOB. IPOB is sponsored by all the old Biafrans in diaspora. We have marginalized, we have been treated like slaves, and we will never accept it anymore. And my warning to so-called Nigerians and the elite and the so-called Igbo organizers and the Igbo politicians, don't worry, they should continue with what they are doing. When the time comes, they will pay for what they did to their brothers. And another thing, what happened to Anambra State? Really, they are not just came out immediately 1 hour after the incident and start announcing rubbish. The news that he got from Hausa Fulani police commissioner in his state, he just come out and just put the news on air. Tell me, since Igbos have lived in that state, Igbo man can never kill his brother because of money or go to church to attack people because of money. We are Igbos, we cannot do that. This is the plan deal. This is the plan deal by Hausa Fulanis to go to churches and start killing the Igbos. They want to provoke it to fight Nigerian.
Sorry, we lost that call. Okay, that caller was talking about the Arewa youths, the protest they had in Abuja yesterday when they said they had the police escort with them, so he was condemned. Okay, let's take another one. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Kelly. I'm calling from Switzerland.
Can you speak up, please? We can barely hear you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Kenny. I'm calling from Switzerland.
Kenny calling from Switzerland. Okay, you're welcome, Kenny. Please, what's your contribution to our show this morning?
Yeah, I saw the headline there saying that Wally said he will resign if he don't recover soon.
Yes.
So how soon do you think that he will recover? Should say a month time or 2 months time? That's how reasonable people do things. And for
The other one, he said the police protecting the Arewa, the protest for the arrest of Kanu. Why did they protect people like the Charlie boy? But they decided to get out there because they see that it's against the government. That is the injustice we are talking about in that country. Yeah, that's Charlie boy, and you are protecting the Arewa. So let's not be deceiving ourselves. Nigeria is not one, Canada is one.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. All right, okay, we lost that call. Okay, now we were talking about the President Muhammadu Buhari, who has been away on medical leave to London since May 7th and has said that he would resign if he doesn't recover soon. According to reports we received, according to reports from a newspaper headline, President Muhammadu Buhari has said he will resign if he doesn't recover soon. Okay, before I come to you, Rita, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, it's Matthew Gona. I was caught off before.
Okay, Mazu Gona. Okay, sorry we lost your call before. Please, can you continue what you were saying?
Okay, please. What I want to say is that if Muhammad Buhari likes, let him resign. If he likes, let him continue. We are not Nigeria anymore. We don't belong to Nigeria. So anybody that belongs to Nigeria can go to Abuja or whatever they call Nigeria. Our territory, we have our territory as Biafran territory. And nobody can control it for us. And anybody that is calling for the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just digging a very big grave for Nigeria. Because if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria will cease to exist immediately that incident happens. This is not a threat. This is just a warning. Because Nigerian government don't know what Nnamdi Kanu means to more than 50 million of Biafrans. It's just a warning, it's not a threat. But let them bear it in mind that calling for his arrest or to kill him, they are just, making a very big mistake. International community are watching. Biafrans are more than 120 foreign countries all over the world. We are not playing. They think that we are playing. APC and Nigerian government think that we are playing. But gradually, they will see and know what we are heading to. We are not threatening them. We are telling them facts and what is going on. If they like, they should listen to us. If they don't like, they should keep on playing with fire. But when the time reaches, they will know that we are not miscreants, as they say that we are miscreants. When the time reaches, they will know that we are learned enough to know what self-determination and freedom is all about.
Okay.
So, if they are listening to me, take it to them. They should go ahead and do whatever they want. And my message to all Igbos that is supporting Hausa Fulani, look at the illiterate Hausa Fulani that doesn't even pass primary school, that doesn't even go through primary school, leading a whole Nigeria that wants 200 million people. An illiterate will stand and start commanding them. All the whole military officers, all the whole security chiefs from Fulani from North, go to Nigerian Army. Now Nigerian Army is occupied by Boko Haram people. All the people from North, go to DSS, is occupied by Boko Haram. Go to police, is occupied by Boko Haram. Go to Navy, is occupied by Boko Haram. Go to Air Force, is occupied by Boko Haram. You want to tell me that we are one Nigeria? Anybody that is claiming one Nigeria, when the time reaches, you know that there is nothing like one Nigeria. Please, if you like, write my message to them. If you don't like, you can swallow it. But when the time reaches, everybody will bear the consequences. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for your contribution. Wow, that was quite a long one. Okay, the president has reportedly given a timeline that he may resign if he doesn't recover soon. Rita, what do you have to say about that?
Okay, I actually want to say that the sit-out protest from this youth, should I say, it actually got to the president this time.
Okay.
Now, there have been so many people who have been calling the president to resign or to resume office, but I would say that this sit-out protest has finally gotten to him.
Okay.
Yes. And for him to come out and say that he will resign if he finds out that he won't recover soon, it's something good. It's something that Nigerians have been expecting him to do for a long time. Okay.
Right.
So for him to say it now, that's what Nigerians want to hear. But then, just like one of the callers said, how often, as in how long? Is it soon? You don't even know when he's recovering fully.
Okay, Rita, hold on. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Morning.
Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from? What is your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay, I'm calling from Agege.
Agege, okay. Your name, sir?
Yeah.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Oba Friday.
Your name is? We didn't hear you, sorry.
Oba Friday.
Oba Friday, calling from Agege. Okay, you are welcome to the show. Thank you very much for joining us. Please, what's your contribution to our show this morning? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Please go ahead with your contribution. You have 3 minutes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I want to contribute to the fact that the president said that he's going to resign. He's going to resign soon. He's going to resign if he does not recover soon.
Okay.
I think, I think it's the best. It's a good option for him. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay.
You know, it will be good if he should face his health. You understand? Because you can't be leading the country while you are sick.
Okay, sorry, sir. We can't really hear you from the studio. Can you turn down the volume of your set, please?
You say what?
Can you turn down the volume of your set? We can hear you clearly from the studio here.
I can't hear you. You say what?
I said, please turn down the volume of your set so we can hear you properly.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now. So go ahead, please.
Okay. So, you should face his health. It's very important.
Okay.
You understand? You can't be at the same time and you want to rule a country. Nigeria is a big nation. You understand? I think for now he should just relax, resign, and face his health.
So do you think? Sorry, I want to ask you a question. Do you think he was reacting to the recent protest by some people of the civil society organization of Nigeria, led by Charlie Boy? Do you think he was reacting to the?
I can't hear you. Come again, please.
Okay, I said, do you think he was reacting to the protest by some Nigerians led by Charlie Boy, where they asked him to return or resign? Do you think he was reacting to that protest?
You said what?
I said, do you think the president was reacting to the protest by some Nigerians recently, led by Charlie Boy in Abuja, where they asked him to return or resign? Hello, did you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, hello. It's not so clear.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more time. I said, do you think the president was reacting to the recent protest by some Nigerians led by Charlie Boy, where they asked the president to return or resign? Okay, since he can't really hear us. Okay, please, if you're still watching, you can call us back, please, because I really want you to answer that question.
I was saying something before. Okay. Now, I actually want to say this. The president must have considered the fact that, one, he's ruling Nigeria,
yes,
and secondly, his health too.
Yeah.
For him to come out to say that he will resign if he doesn't recover soon. Okay? But you must also remember that according to reports, they said his doctor said he cannot come back to Nigeria if he doesn't recover soon. So it depends on the doctor to tell us. It depends on the doctor to determine if the president will be coming back to resume his duty as the president of Nigeria or to resign. Okay? So for the president to come out and say this is what he's going to do if he doesn't recover fully and soon, I think that's a good development. That is what Nigeria needs at the moment. Right?
Okay, let's take this call. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Yeah, it's me, I called back.
Okay. So I was asking you a question, sir.
Yeah, I got your question. You were asking that if the president reacted to the protest,
yes. Yes.
Yes, he reacted to it.
Okay.
The reason he asked people to give him information go around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, no problem. Thank you very much.
So I'm sure that is why he said that he's going to resign if he does not get well soon.
Okay. Now let me remind that this information is coming from a reliable presidential source. We have not yet confirmed it, but it's coming from a reliable source that the president said that he will resign if he doesn't recover soon. So let us wait until that happens.
Please, come again, please. I can't hear you. Say what?
I said the information is coming from a reliable source from the presidency, according to newspapers this morning. The information was coming from a reliable source from the presidency. So we are yet to really actually know. The president hasn't come out in person to say that he will resign. Okay, sorry, he can't hear us. We lost that call. All right. So, as we were saying, the president said he will resign if he doesn't. Reports has it that the president has actually been making an immense improvement in his state of health. You understand?
Okay.
According to
I want to say this.
Okay.
He may be improving based on his state of health.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that he may have that capability to rule Nigeria.
Well, if he is improving, if he actually is improving, then shouldn't we have hope that the president will be strong enough to lead us?
There are some persons that, because of their situation, because of their health, they are being given conditions on what to do and how to live. All right? Now, there might be a possibility that he might be told not to continue with his responsibilities because of his health.
Okay.
If he's going to stay longer, if they want him to be healthy, probably he needs to resign so that he can take care of his health.
Okay.
Right? So it's not yet sure. We can't say that the president will be able to handle his responsibility once he returns to Nigeria. Okay. So it depends on him. He knows his health.
Okay.
He knows his status.
But then again, the presidency has also come to alter the claim by the protestants, saying that the president should return or resign, or at least reveal actually the sickness he's actually suffering from, to give us details about what he's actually suffering from. So the presidency has come out to say that the president does not need, you understand, to give details about his sickness, since it's a private matter. So he has the right to keep it to himself and his family. And they have also said that the president is not going to run. And this is contrary to what the presidential source just revealed. And the president has alleged that he is going to resign if he doesn't recover soon. While some other presidential aides have said the president will not resign because he has not done anything contrary to the Constitution. Mr. Prince, what do you have to say about this?
Yes, I think the source that revealed the information that the sickness of the president is private, I think they're totally wrong on that. They're absolutely wrong.
Okay.
And they must understand that the president is a public figure, and he concerns Nigerians because he's tending to the affairs, he's piloting the affairs, and he's at the helms of the affairs. So for anybody to come out and say that it's a private sickness, it's unacceptable, it's undemocratic.
Okay.
Now, there was a time in the USA where a certain president, I can't get to his name now, was actually sick. The ailment was actually communicated to all Americans, you understand? Even though he stayed in office, because he wasn't even outside the country, he was there and was receiving treatment within the US. Now here is a president who has been out of the country for 3 consecutive times on medical vacation. And this one is turning out to be the worst because he's been away for more than, I think today should make 95 days. You understand?
Yeah.
And then a president running a country outside that country for that period of time. And now he has said that he will resign soon from the sources from the presidency. How soon? Soon can be infinity. Yeah. Because they didn't put a time to it. And I know that the president is receiving sophisticated medical attention. Yeah. And at some point we were made to understand that he's on life support. Sahara reporters reported very recently that he has hearing problems, that he can't really hear very well. Yeah. And then other sources have also said that it seems his ailment is terminal. Yeah. Now these are complicated medical conditions. And I know that the doctors that are attending to him, that are giving him medical attention, must have examined must have carried out some tests to know the duration of how long he will be on the medical bed. You understand? So they should be able to put a time frame. How soon? Soon can be next year. Because if they told us, okay, you've been away for 95 days, how many more days will you stay outside Nigeria that will be soon enough? So I think, of course, you know that the handlers of the president have been coming out with conflicting reports and statements about the condition of the president. Now, why is the ailment of the president even in the realm of secrecy? Why all the secrets? Why all the hide and seek about it? Why can these persons not be truthful to Nigerians for once? Because Nigerians are not immune to sickness. Anybody can go down with ill health.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean that if you have malaria, for instance, you can't come out to tell people, especially now you're private citizens, you can't tell your family members that you're down with malaria. You understand? Why is it so difficult? What sort of ailment is something that is not worth talking about?
Okay.
These are the questions. So I think if it is actually genuine that the president has communicated to his spokesperson that he will resign soon upon recovery, let Nigerians know how soon. Will it be tomorrow? Will it be next week? It shouldn't just be an open-ended question. It should be precise, it should be exact, and there should be clarity on that, because as it is now, soon is very ambiguous. So I think something has to be done about that.
You know, I want to say now, saying that Nigerians will want to give the president probably 3 weeks or 1 month. Because if they wait for the president to say something within 2 weeks and he has not said anything, then it's not like they soon will linger more. So in three weeks or in 1 month time and the president doesn't come out to say something regarding this, then I don't think that Nigerians will take the word again that he wants to resign.
But Rita, I have to say that already Nigerians have run out of patience, because they are saying that as of yesterday or day before yesterday, when Charlie Boy, you know, took out to the street for protest, and then later he will be encouraged by Jim Ike, the popular actor. They were saying that 90 days, 93 days, 94 days, 95 days. It's way too long, more than 3 months. Now, are you sure Nigerians can still have the patience for another 1 week? You understand? Because as it is now, when Charles Soputa actually embarked on the protest, Nigerians didn't envisage it. They didn't see it coming. Just like when Jim Ike also organized his own protest. So we don't know whether by the time we wake up tomorrow, we will have a larger group of concerned Nigerians and civil society groups, and of course human rights activists, coming to say that we can't go beyond 100 days. Because by next week, if the president does not return, we will have more than 100 days.
Okay, hold on, Rita. Let's take this call, please. Sorry to cut you short. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello?
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the show, sir.
I'm calling from Nigeria.
Okay, what's your name, please?
Hello?
Hello, I said, what is your name, sir?
I'm calling from Nigeria.
Caller from Nigeria, please, can we know your name?
From Nigeria.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution.
Let us know what you have to say, sir.
AKA from Nigeria.
Okay, what's your contribution to our show this morning?
AKA.
AKA from Nigeria. Okay, we heard that. Please, what is your contribution to our show this morning? Oh, okay, we lost that call. Okay, so Rita, you were going to say something before that call came in?
Okay, what I want to say is, what I think about this is that the president himself already knows his state of health.
Okay.
The president himself knows if he's capable to continue with this function. He knows if he can come back and continue with it or not.
Yeah.
So for him to linger it, I don't think it's wise. All right. So even the doctors already know that the president, this is his state of health. He can continue with this function or not, or probably he should resign and go and rest and take care of his health. So it depends on them to come out and make the statement.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the show. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from? Hello? Oh, okay, we lost that call. Okay, please, in case you're just joining us, it's still Good Morning Nigeria, brought to you by Areest TV, and we are talking about the President Buhari promises to resign if he doesn't recover soon. Please, if you're just joining us, you can give us a call. The numbers to call will be displayed to you on your screen. If you're calling from Nigeria, the number to call is 080-960-73146. And if you're calling from outside Nigeria, the number to call is +234-80-960-73146. Please keep your calls coming in, and please, we'd also like to know your comments. You can drop your comments at our Facebook page at Happiness in Nigeria. We're talking about the President Muhammadu Buhari vows to resign if he doesn't recover soon. Okay, now according to the newspaper reports from this source that got this information from, they said that contrary to the views of many Nigerians, that the President is not desperate to cling to power since he has promised that he will resign if he doesn't recover soon. They said he's not desperate to cling to power because, okay, he has the Vice President acting in his place now as the acting President, so he's not even clinging to power. Yeah. They said he promised to resign if he doesn't recover soon. So is that true? Do you think the President is actually that good? Like he's not desperate about clinging to power like Nigerians actually say?
Tunchi, I have to say that's laughable.
Okay.
And I think it's a statement. For me, it's a pedestrian statement that they're trying to work on the sensibilities of Nigerians. Mm-hmm. Because first, how do you determine the content of his heart to know whether he's desperate or not?
Okay.
It's not enough to come with word of mouth to say the President is not desperate. And if we were to even examine the word desperation very closely, why has the President refused to resign up till this time? Up to the point where there's been lots of protest. And you could recall, when the President, if they say that the President had never been desperate, when he was about departing Nigeria for the medical vacation, he didn't even pronounce the Vice President acting President. He shamed the Vice President by saying he was a national coordinator. It was the Senate that rose up to the occasion and said there is no such provision in the Constitution that you must empower this man as the acting President. So what does all of that signal? Isn't there elements of desperation in such actions?
Well,
so, it's not about whether the President is desperate or not. The most important thing here is that we know that there has been groundbreaking medical advancement in civilized countries of the world, and that is why most of our politicians run out of the country to seek medical care. We don't have advanced medical facilities here. Now, we know that there are expert medical physicians that attend to these rich guys and elite in our society.
Can you hold on? Let me take this call briefly. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome to the show. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
From Kanu State.
Hello?
Hello, my name is Arewa.
Please be audible. We can barely hear you.
From Kanu State.
Kanu State.
Okay, you're calling from Kanu State. Caller from Kanu State, please.
I want to give my bit of advice about the President Muhammadu Buhari.
We can barely hear you. Just please be more audible, sir. Sorry. Hello? Can you speak up so we can hear you?
Hello? I'm going to my own advice.
Your own what?
I'm continuing the party with life.
Okay.
Okay, yes, that is my good advice.
Okay, we didn't really hear that.
He's saying that his advice is that the President should resign.
Okay,
from Kanu State.
We couldn't really hear him. Okay.
So I was going to say that he has physicians who are experts who have distinguished themselves.
Okay, hold on. We have another call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello? Okay, I think we have an issue.
So these persons can have a view of how long the president will require to be fit, to be up on his feet again. And you know that for somebody who has undergone these very strenuous and rigorous medical conditions, even when he's fit, he needs sufficient rest. You understand?
Yeah.
And you know that there are a lot of things that have been left unattended to, which I don't think he will have the physical presence of mind to attend to those documents. Give her the call.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, okay.
Okay, I want to view this from another
Okay,
angle,
okay.
right? Now, if you're talking about the president, I believe that let us also look at the APC-led administration.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the APC-led administration. I'm not just talking about the president. I'm also looking at the presidency. I'm also looking at the APC members too.
Okay.
Okay. But let me say that the president is not clinging to power. I don't just want to say it's just the president. I'm looking at the presidency. They are the ones who are clinging to power more.
Okay.
Okay? The president may have looked at his state of health. You may have known, okay, this is what I can do at this stage now. I may not be able to rule Nigeria. I may not be able to still carry out my functions. But the APC presidencies and the APC members still want to be in power.
Okay.
Okay? Now, they are not ready to hand over. They are not ready to back off. That's it. They still want to cling to power. So even if the president would want to resign, I doubt if the APC members would want him to.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
So it's more like the presidencies that they want holding on to power. They are the ones clinging to power. They are the ones who do not want to release it. They are the ones who may not want the president to resign.
Okay. So you're saying, if I have to get you going, you're saying that the
Inability of the president to resign or the prolonged stay of the president in power despite his ill health is due to the APC.
The APC members.
Okay, the APC members, not the
president in
president.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, pertaining to what Rita just said, I'd like to ask you one question, Mr. Prince. It was reported that the president had initially offered to tender his resignation when he was trying to transmit his second letter of medical vacation to National Assembly, but he was advised on otherwise by a retired general from the north. If the president was actually going to tender the resignation letter before he went for his second medical vacation on May 7th, and he was advised not to do so, do you think that is true? Do you think the president actually wanted to resign, at least probably him knowing fully well that he was not in the proper state of health to rule the country, and wanted to resign even before leaving for his second medical vacation, but he was advised not to do so? Pertaining to what Richard said, that it's not his fault, that probably it's the people in power now, the presidential cabal, that are fighting so hard to keep him in power. Do you think that's true?
Tochi, you would agree with me that it's very difficult for most Nigerians to believe what's coming out from the corridors of powers these days, because sometimes it's like they try to build up propaganda so that they will defocus Nigerians from the real things that they're concerned about. I think at this time people are coming up with all sorts of spurious reports that the president had wanted to resign, and we didn't hear it that time. They're saying it now. Now, why now? See, I think it's high time that leaders of this country should not take the entire population for granted. Don't tell us the president wanted to. Why did he not communicate his decisions to the majority of Nigerians? Now we are dwelling so much on hearsay. The president wanted to do this, the president would have done this, but none of these things have come directly from the president. So how do we then bring ourselves up to believe these reports that we are getting?
Let's take this call, please. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yes, my name is Kevin.
And you're calling from?
Calling from Malaysia.
Kelvin from?
Kevin.
Calling from Malaysia, right?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead with your contribution. You have 2 minutes to make a contribution, sir.
I just want to contribute for a little while for the program you guys are promoting there. Number one.
Okay.
Biafrans, you know, Biafrans, you always say the truth. Our leaders just have to speak the truth. Imagine a country called Nigeria whereby a president, even the president of a nation, over 33 months, is not on the seat.
the Kaba in Abuja, they are there. It's only Nigeria you will happy. We're not happy in any other place. Well, my own contribution on this issue is Nigeria have sort of to be this way. Nigeria is a business center of British and Hausa plan. Anyway, Nigeria is their cup of tea. If they can't stand up and speak, although I'm not in Nigeria anyway, I'm just giving this holistic contribution. Nigeria wants to be a liar, and look at the presidency, look at the government, from the beginning to the end, all sorts of lies. Don't think truth, they don't feel like truth. Buhari have died to January, they're hiding it. Buhari have died to January. British, UK, Metro UK, news that do it January. Buhari died hours before arriving. They are just deceiving themselves. They are not more deceiving anymore.
Okay, okay.
Let them give us a referendum. You guys should promote our referendum. We're talking about the Biafra referendum. That is what we need. We don't need Nigeria. Please, you guys give us promote the Biafra referendum. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, caller from Malaysia. Okay, that was quite funny. All right, viewers, it's been Good Morning Nigeria, brought to you by HINews TV, and we've been talking about the President Muhammadu Buhari promises to resign if he doesn't recover soon. So we'll be going for a short break right now. When we come back, we'll be going to our second topic, which says the police officers escort the Arewa youth protesting for the rearrest of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. We'll be looking at that when we come back from this short break. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Okay, viewers, welcome back. It's Good Morning Nigeria, brought to you by HINews TV, and we are back on the show have a special guest with me on the show right now. He didn't join us from the beginning, but he came after the break, and he is Mr. Austin Weze. Okay, Mr. Austin Weze, you are welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Austin. Okay, we have been discussing about the first topic that says President Muhammadu Buhari vows to resign if he doesn't recover soon. So before we go into the second topic, I'd like to ask you, do you have anything to say regarding the first topic we earlier discussed, like any contribution you have to make?
Okay, I am surprised that he vowed to resign because in the first instance, we've not heard him speak.
Yes.
So how did we hear him make the vow?
Yeah, the information was coming from a presidential aide where he said he revealed to him that he was going to resign within a specific time if he doesn't recover soon. So we got the report, sir.
So actually it's an abnormality in the system. Okay. The president came by himself to canvass for our votes.
Yeah. And
the whole nation gave him the votes. He had to crisscross the country as a person. He didn't send anybody. So when it comes to issues of national interest, we expect the president to speak to us. No matter how convalescing he is, he should be able to address the nation.
Okay, don't forget that many Nigerians have actually been canvassing for that. Yes. They've been calling for the president to address Nigeria so we could really know his actual state of health. But so far, I don't think there has been any occasion where the president actually gave a speech, to Nigerians. And even till now, we are yet to hear from the president himself. But he has been visited by some governors, some state governors, and some APC chieftains. But the president is yet to actually speak to Nigerians. So we cannot say that president has to come and actually tell us that he's going to resign since he has not even been able to tell us about his true state of health.
So why we did not wish him sick, you understand?
Okay.
Why he may be incapacitated to even say something to us. It's natural that we have a constitution, and the constitution has a timeline for anybody in elected office to have anything to do with being out of the country, whether for sickness, for whatever reason. And we've seen that we are within 94 days, which is almost the time has elapsed. Yeah. So it's natural that the constitution takes effect. It's not about him. It's about the nation. So we should put Nigerians' interests first. It's not about the president. It's about the nation.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's take this call on the show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm fine, thank you, sir. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Jose. I'm calling from Arewa.
Sorry, sir, we can barely hear you from the studio. Can you please be more audible?
My name is Jose. I'm calling from Anambra State.
Dozie calling from Anambra State. Please, we'd like you to speak up more so we can hear you. We can barely hear you, sir. Okay, we lost that show. Okay, sorry. Oh, hello. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, we lost that as well. Okay, we're talking about the second topic right now. We're looking at the second topic where police officers guard Arewa youths that protested for the rearrest of IPOB leader Kanu yesterday. Some members of the Arewa Youth Assembly Coalition of Northern Youth staged a protest yesterday in the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, Maitama precisely, calling for the rearrest of IPOB leader Kanu, saying that he has undermined the sovereignty of the country. And they were actually escorted by some members of Nigerian police force. Mr. Prince, what do you think about that? Don't you think that actually sounds funny, and don't you think it's actually fishy kind of? Why would the police escort the Arewa youths that are protesting for the rearrest of Kanu? What do you think about that?
Yes, the actions of the police was actually not commendable.
Okay.
People protested and criticized it from different parts of the country because there were video clips supporting the reports. Now, I think the police have shown that they are not patriotic to the Nigerian nation with that action. It's so unprofessional, and it's an abuse of their work ethics. Because 2 days ago, when Charlie Boy Oputa actually organized his protest, they were throwing tear gas and canisters, and the guy even fainted. Now, why are they doing this? There is right to peaceful assembly. People can actually protest a situation they're not comfortable with in a genuine democracy.
Okay.
So the police have given a very wrong account of themselves by that action, and I think the IG of police should, I don't know whether he's aware of that, I don't know where they got the authority from to lead and escort these guys when they were actually attacking the guys that protested previously.
Okay.
So I'd like to say that Nigerians are not impressed with the actions of the Nigerian police.
Okay, let's take this call.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning. Welcome to the show.
What's your name and where are you calling us from? Hello? Can you please speak up? We can barely hear you.
My name is Jerry calling from Lagos.
Jerry calling from
River State.
Jerry.
Okay, okay, we got that. You're welcome, Jerry. Please, what's your contribution to our show this morning?
What's your contribution to our show this morning?
Hey, Mr. Jerry. Okay, we can no longer hear you, Mr. Jerry. Can you please speak up?
Concerning your
Hello, Mr. Jerry. Hello, Mr. Jerry. Can you please speak up?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, it's better now. Please continue. Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Jerry. Please go ahead. You have barely 2 minutes to give us your contribution.
Okay. The action of police, I think Arewa protest.
Okay?
Okay,
Sorry, Mr. Jerry, we can barely hear you. Please, you can...
kindly call us back and please tell us if you would like to know what your contribution is to our show. So please do call us back if you're still watching. Okay, Mr. Austin, you said, like I said before, the Arewa youths protested yesterday in Abuja, calling for the rearrest of Kanu, the IPOB leader, and they were actually escorted by the Nigerian police, some members of the Nigerian police force. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, first of all, I would say I do not see anything inherently wrong with the police escorting them.
Okay.
If they are properly written to the police,
Okay.
asking for escort. Everybody has the right
Okay.
to write to the police and
Okay.
ask for escort.
Okay?
It's also a way to show that they want to carry out a peaceful protest.
Protest.
Okay.
Anybody could, if you form a legal entity in this country, like Arewa Youth is a legal entity,
Okay.
they could have asked for police escorts
Escort.
so that it does not snowball into violence, because you don't know the other parties that may form a group and maybe want to use it to create violence. So I think on that standpoint, there may be no illegality in the fact that the police escorted them. But when you put it side by side, the Charlie Boy incident,
Okay.
you know, I believe also they must have also asked for police permit to carry out the peaceful civic protest, which they did.
Okay.
And if the police refuse them, that means the police is biased.
Okay.
So if you compare it to that incident where Charlie Boy was humiliated and you know, they threw canisters at them and he fainted, then you will say the police have not done their duties properly.
Okay.
Now, for the protest and the issue on ground, which they claim that they need to rearrest Nnamdi Kanu, I think that is not fair to the IPOB leader. I think that is not fair, if you ask me, because there is nothing to warrant that. We were here when the Arewa youth issued some very threatening statements,
Yes.
asking the Easterners to leave or vacate the North.
Okay.
And we were told that their arrest has been called for. Till this moment, I have not heard or read of any arrest to that effect. So it shouldn't be a sectional thing. If we look at it from this point of view, that Nigeria is a country that belongs to all of us. Everybody
yes.
should be given a level playing field.
Okay, hold on. Let's take this call.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Welcome
to the show.
Okay, please, can you be
audible? We can
barely hear you. Sorry, sir, we can't hear you from the studio. Probably you should turn
down the volume of your set, if that's the problem, so we can hear you very well from the studio.
Okay, please do. Okay, please just speak up now. We need you to speak up so we can hear you. Hello? Hello? We can't hear you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Please let it remain this way. Let's know what your contribution is. Please go ahead.
The actors of police guiding the Arewa during their protest.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. The Nigeria is more divided than now, especially in this government. And the issue happening in this country now, at this point in time, in Nigeria, the case of this case of protest is very sensitive. And now, when California and group without protest against the president, either he comes back or he resigns, the police surround the country and the California and take that from them. Now, California is receiving a calling for the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, the police guiding and shading them. What signal is sending to Nigeria as a whole? The current issue in the country for people are cases that have been marginalized. And yet, the Nigerian government and all the respective governments, their body language showing actually this group of people. Now, about the comment that of this arrest has been made, and the police and the police sending a signal that shows that this agitation of this group of people is true. Because you can't be shaking aside the Arewa protest, while you can't is a protest that was based on and benefits of people.
Okay,
sir, please, can you round up
now? You have 30 seconds to round up your contribution.
Nothing is working out in this one. As a result of the person around, from Kaba are not making the right choices to implement this law.
Okay, sir, please, can you round up?
Can you round up right now?
Their action guiding the Arewa is not commented that they are being fired.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your contribution.
The caller said for the police to escort the Arewa youth protesting for the rearrest of Nnamdi Kanu shows that the police have been biased, given to their actions, the way they reacted to the peaceful protest led by Charlie Boy 2 days ago, demanding for the return or the resign of our President Muhammadu Buhari. What do you think? Do you think they're actually being biased? Now, contrary to the view of Mr. Austin, he said that every Nigerian, as a legal entity, they have the right to call for the escort of Nigerian police when they want to lead a peaceful protest. So now, these people now, the Arewa youth have actually come to protest against Nnamdi Kanu with the police escort. Do you think that makes sense?
Yeah, it's actually